morning. Valpo VUTV Weather Director Mason Gleva here with today's weather update. Weather headlines here. Chance for strong storms this afternoon and this evening, depending on how much sun we see after a round of rain around lunch. Snow after midnight tonight through 9-10 o'clock tomorrow, and then a cooler weekend in store for us compared to where we've been the last few days. Current temperatures, we kind of have a boundary draped over us. If you're north of it, you're cool. 43 at O'Hare and in Rockford, 44 in DeKalb. If you're south of that boundary, it's warm. We're near 60 degrees here in Valpo, sitting at 59, 62 already in South Bend, and we already have 60s across north central Illinois. Wind gusts, it's been windy the last couple days. It's really not windy out there now, but winds will pick up as the day goes on. Again today, gusts only 10 to 15 miles an hour right now. It's also going to get stickier as the day goes on. Dew points only right around 40 degrees here. If you walk outside, it's cool. It doesn't feel like a storm day, but it'll start to get a more stickier feel as we have some dew points nearing 50 degrees. I'll expect dew points to climb into about the mid-50s. It's not going to feel swampy, but you might notice it feels a little sticky out there if you're outside this afternoon. Current radar, nothing here in Valpo yet. We have some showers beginning to develop as that boundary begins to lift back to the north. That's our first round of rain. You can already see a decent line of storms north of the Quad Cities. That's not going to impact us. That'll roll off to the northeast up towards Rockford and towards Milwaukee. We're keeping an eye on central and western Illinois this afternoon. Storms will begin to fire at about 2 o'clock, and then they'll move off to the north and east, getting in here by dinner time. The tornado threat is highest across western Illinois towards us here in Valpo. If the storms stay isolated, all storms are going to be possible. If they form into a line like those storms I was just talking about near the Quad Cities, then the damaging wind threat will be higher. Severe weather outlook, everybody in a level 2 out of 5 risk here in the yellow. Our southwestern communities are in a level 3 out of 5 risk. They're in the orange. Talking about the risks for these storms, damaging winds is my leading threat right now because I'm expecting them to be in a line by the time they get here to Valpo. If they stay isolated, the tornado threat would be higher. Tornado threat right now is highest across Illinois towards the state line, just because the storms are going to stay isolated and more scattered there before converging into a line near Chicago and the state line. Bottom line is, any storms that fire are going to be loud today. Energy for the storms to work with this afternoon. It really depends on how much sun we see after that initial round of rain. Areas in these brighter reds to yellows, that's a lot of energy for the storms to work with. That's why I wouldn't be shocked if that orange shaded area moves a little closer to us. It just depends on what that first round does, and then all of the energy is gone by the time the sun sets. Timing out the rain. First round of rain gets in here by 2. We clear out from like 3 to 4, and that's game on for this line of storms. If it congeals into a line, the damaging wind threat is higher. If it stays more isolated, then all hazards are on the table. This has more of a line here getting into Chicago by 5:30, and then some scattered storms out ahead of it by 6. That's out of here by 8, and then we transition over to snow after midnight tonight. Not expecting any accumulation. It's just going to be annoying because we were at 75 degrees yesterday, near 70 degrees again today, and then we'll have to wake up to that tomorrow. It'll clear out though by mid-afternoon, timing things out hour by hour, topping out in the upper 60s before that round of rain rolls through. We could warm up before the second round rolls into the mid-60s. Strong to severe storms, 5 to 8 p.m., and then we cool off after the storms are done. 7-day forecast. Snow the first half of tomorrow. It's cold. We don't make it to 40 degrees. Mid to upper 50s for Friday, and then we kind of park it in the 40s to near 50 degrees.